Not everyone can sell their soul. First, you gotta have something the devil wants.
The legend is back!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host Shane, also known as Wonder Subset, and welcome to our video covering the early access build of one of my most anticipated games, Dead as Disco. We've got quite a bit to cover today, so get ready for some really juicy details that Brainjar Games has been cooking up for us. Dead as Disco hit early access back on May 5th, and since then, the devs have been working hard to provide players with new content, bug fixes, new music to fight to, and all sorts of cool new features with more content to come in the future. To start off, we've got a glimpse of the game's story content where our protagonist, Charlie Disco, has been risen from the dead for one night by Vice, a mysterious disco skull entity with a German accent and a knack for yapping.
Prophet always had an eye for talent. Couldn't book anything but open mics before he found us.
Well, now he's Harmony's chief talent officer. Nobody kills careers quite like him.
In the beginning of the story, we find out after Charlie's mysterious death, the band members of the titular Dead as Disco, now known as the Idols, sold themselves out to the game's currently unseen antagonist, Harmony, giving up their souls for fame and power. With Charlie brought back from the dead for one night, he must free the souls of his former bandmates and take down Harmony once and for all. Ever since the release of the demo last year, Dead as Disco has seen many changes by the passionate group of developers behind it, and the early access build delivers a bundle of content for players to delve into, which I will cover throughout the video. To start with, we finally have more levels to play with each member of the band serving as the level's boss, with music genres pertaining to their own style. Hemlock, the electro-punk skullhead who's been with us since the demo days and sports a louder, more foul-mouthed attitude. Aurora, an AI pop star who's as flashy as she is deadly. Prophet, the hip-hop lyricist of the band whose lyrics are so powerful they literally hurt. And my personal favorite character so far, Dex, the edgy cybernetic guitarist using technology to enhance his music and his ego. In each level, you face off against the henchmen serving under the idols, with most of them being the usual grunts you'll face commonly in each level, with some unique enemies pertaining to that level, such as the large bouncers in Prophet's level who have multiple parry inputs you'll need to time properly in order to damage them, or these phantom virus looking dudes in Dex's level that can't be hit normally and can only be countered or damaged after perfectly dodging their attacks. The combat continues to be as cathartic as ever, with Charlie's moves having fluid animations and some really unique counter and finisher animations giving the combat a sense of flashiness. Each level has their own unique designs and aesthetics fitting to the idol that they are based off of, and the visual styles allow the level designs to be very dynamic with different effects coming into play as the level progresses. You'll face off multiple phases of enemies as the level transitions at the end of each phase until you face the idol of the level as the boss, each with their own unique attack patterns and abilities that you'll need to learn as you fight them, providing a challenge to first-time players. The songs for each new idol are as catchy as they are fun to listen to. Prophet's song Mission is very kinetic and fast-paced, where each attack during the song really feels like you're contributing to the instrumentals of the song. Aurora's song Rhythm Divine has that catchy K-pop beat that makes you bob your head, and countering her attacks is so satisfying. And Dex's song Echolocators has this almost industrial rock style to it that reminds me of a mixture of Bury the Light from Devil May Cry 5 and the soundtrack from Metal Gear Rising. I absolutely love the character designs for the idols. They each stick out in their own way and have unique personalities, providing charm to their character. I love how Aurora acts so cheery throughout her fight and showcasing chemistry with Charlie due to their past friendship. Or how they changed Hemlock from this quiet, sinister brute to a louder-than-life punk who has no problem cursing up a storm. I also really love the animated 2D cutscenes that play in between the boss fights, offering a really flashy presence and giving it the feeling of watching an early 2000s animated music video.
Picked up the pen, then I picked up the coast out of master the got a reason I wrote. Flood came down, they put me on a boat. Beast in the game, you know I won't choke. One with the force, that I hope I don't choke. Y'all looking shaky like symbols I took. This being crazy, I'm moving so wavy, they tell me I'm really just doing the most.
The boss fights are also unique in the dynamic elements they each have. In the first phase of Prophet's stage as you're fighting his henchmen, his lyrics can actually hurt you if you don't have his dudes in the way of them. Also, did I mention that you can parry his lyrics?
One, two, trust, ain't talking no dance move. This groove move like a berry on the ship. This beat booms like a club on the six. Swing in my face, better hope you don't miss. Swing it real first, and you know we don't miss. Cut the boys up, and you know what it is.
Aurora's stage frequently changes, giving off different interstellar and dimensional environments to fight in real time that makes the fights very visually pleasing.
Harmony doesn't belong. Let's go somewhere they can't follow. Watch me spin, watch me shake to the 음악적 소리. It's okay, nothing's really meant to be. Like a goddess of step, special delivery. Why don't you daddy, daddy, party, party,
Oh, and Dex's level is my favorite in early access so far, not just because of his adrenaline-inducing song that plays making the combat feel so cathartic, but also this particular part of the boss fight.
Oh, come on, really? Perfect team! Enough! This ends now!
There has clearly been a lot of love, passion, and effort put into these levels and characters, and I can't wait to see the rest of the idols in the future. After you beat the idols, you gain their weapons that you can use as special attacks, like Hemlock's guitar saw, which when tapping the button it's mapped to can make it a good crowd control attack to give you space, and if you charge it long enough you can deliver a powerful ground slam that can do some serious damage. Dex's guitar, which can stun multiple enemies via chained lightning, Aurora's staff, which when upgraded enough can immobilize multiple enemies on the spot. I don't use this weapon as often as I should because it leaves you open, but still really cool when you master it. But my favorite weapon is Prophet's Gauntlet, which, similar to the Royal Guard from Devil May Cry, can be used to block attacks when holding the designated button, but tapping it the moment an enemy's attack lands can parry them and follow up with a Shoryuken. I use this on enemies, especially the bosses, whenever they try to hit me with attacks you normally have to dodge, and it makes mincemeat out of them. Beating stages in addition to the challenge modes rewards you with fans that you can use as currency, which is where the Encore bar comes in. The Encore bar acts as the game's hub area where you can use fans to purchase special moves, combat abilities, and upgrades for those abilities in addition to your health, fever rush, and takedown tokens. Fans are also used to purchase a multitude of cosmetics to give Charlie a unique look that you can show off as you fight off dudes. They'll have to be unlocked by completing certain milestones first, but it's worth it to give Charlie that drip. You can also talk with the Encore's bartender Styx to purchase different items to decorate the bar in addition to different records performed by the idols. Speaking of the idols, after defeating them, their souls are freed from Harmony's control and can be interacted with in the Encore, providing some chemistry and interactions between them and Charlie. They can also provide you with favors where you can replay stages looking for collectible items they ask for and providing rewards such as new challenges. Infinite Disco has also been given a plethora of content as well. Not only is there the free play mode like in the demo where you can fight to endless waves of enemies to the game's soundtrack in addition to your own music you can add to the game, but there's also 2 new modes added to the game as well. Challenge mode where you are given a variety of different challenges providing specific objectives to complete them, such as defeating all enemies within the time limit, only being allowed to use certain attacks to accomplish the objective, and so on. Completing these challenges can unlock cosmetic items to purchase as stated previously. Then there's Custom Mode, which has been added recently in the game's first major early access update on June 17th. With the use of the customization tools provided, players can create their own custom challenges where they can modify the stage in their own ways by creating objectives, choose the stage and song, adding multiple waves and what enemies to use in each wave, customize your own abilities, and add in all sorts of features to make the challenge unique in your own way, such as adding basically an army of henchmen to fight and even doubling the speed, turning the game from a Rhythm Arkham game to a Rhythm Ninja Gaiden game. I should not be trusted with developing stages. The game's soundtrack has also gotten better, with there being new songs added sung by the artists who voice the idols to use for Infinite Disco.
Welcome to the subway asylum. Substitute from flight to fight, 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 fight. If you give her cliche vacation, run or hold on tight. Another game, I turn to my task, so let me break it down real quick for you because it's in time. Okay, both coasts at the same time. You change your ways, I won't change mine. I made my way, I might play mine. Now listen close, I never slacked a minute. I was born great. Yeah, it's all in my casket, that's a cold case. Prophecy of mentions, it was all fake. Yeah, killer, boy for a prophet, do you have faith?
They're coming from far and near. And I want your end out there. This crying cheer. This is my time, this my glory.
They also added new remix covers of licensed songs such as Final Countdown, Holding Out for a Hero, and an improved version of Maniac. Unfortunately, despite being covers made for the game, these licensed songs are still subject to DMCAs, hence the developers adding a streamer mode option to the game. And like with Hi-Fi Rush among other games today with licensed music, streamer mode will also replace the licensed track for story stages with a track made for the game, minimizing the risk of content creators having their videos or streams getting copyright strikes. So as much as I'd love to show off the new version of Maniac for Hemlock's stage here, copyright laws prevent me from doing so. But I will admit, the replacement song Authority is still really great to listen to. Deda's Disco has come a long way since its early development stages in the demo, with Brainjar Games putting in all their effort to deliver more quality content to their debut title. One of the things they've added some time ago to assist with those who are rhythmically challenged is a visual beat indicator with an animation playing in the center whenever a player performs an action at the rhythm. They also added a BB mode, which when set to 100% gets Charlie all caked up. I know I said they added some juicy new details at the beginning of this video, but this literally takes the cake. And with how much they have added since the game's early access release, along with more to come later, its gameplay continuing to be unique and addictive, its art style and aesthetic, unique characters, and mysterious plot, Deda's Disco is shaping itself up to be a title that will definitely stick out in the indie game scene in more ways than one. As stated before, the game is currently in its early access stage, so glitches and bugs will be present, but for those who are interested in wanting to dish out some fisticuffs to the beat of your favorite tracks, the game is available on Steam along with the demo to give you a taste at what it has to offer. Thank you all for watching. I'm Shane, also known as Wonder Subset. Rock on, everybody.